Now on to a troubling forecast for Taiwan's demographic future. In its latest update, the government said there were more deaths than births in the first 6 months of the year.
That puts Taiwan on track to see its natural population shrink this year for the first time on record. The Ministry of the Interior also reported fewer marriages and fewer migrants compared to last year under the influence of the pandemic.
Newborns wail in the nursery, representing hope and new beginnings. In the last 3 years, Taiwan's births had stood above the number of deaths, but that's no more. In the first 6 months of 2020, about 80,000 babies were born, while 88,555 people died. That's negative population growth of 8,795, a new Taiwan record.
出生量不到8万。
There were less than 80,000 births. That represents the lowest birth rate since records began in 1950 when the R.O.C moved to Taiwan. Secondly, we found that deaths outnumbered births.
It's not just births that are slowing. Domestic migration is too. In the first half of the year, just over 8,900 people moved to Taiwan. In that same period, 16,000 people moved out of Taiwan. Experts say the pandemic and consequent lockdowns are to blame. Another factor could be uncertainties in the Taiwan Strait. They say it's unlikely that the situation will reverse in the second half of the year. Marriages are also down from last year, with 6,000 fewer couples tying the knot. It remains to be seen how much that will impact the birth rate.
除了今年会破底，明年状况。
It dropped to a new low this year. Next year, things may not necessarily get better. And what year is it the year after? It's the year of the tiger. That's something that also has a very big impact. Things aren't looking too optimistic this year. Recovery is unlikely next year too. And the year after that, it will certainly be bad too.
Due to a widespread folk belief, Taiwan sees fewer births in tiger years. Sociologists say Taiwan's population will likely decline over the next 3 years, putting more pressure on middle-aged and young adults. In the years ahead, reversing that trend will be a key challenge for the central government.